Chapter 708. Returning the Eight Desolate Beasts. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Northern Plains. Lang Ya Blessed Land. Boom, boom, boom. The huge ice-spiked divine ape caused tremors with every step it took. Walking towards the cloud building, it stopped and raised its head to growl. The sound waves traveled far, causing the clouds to shake. Fang Yuan was standing far away with Lang Ya Land Spirit. They were conversing, but they turned around to look after hearing the noise. "This little monkey!" Lang Ya Land Spirit stretched out his left arm, stroking his mustache as he laughed. He was sealed by a chi path killer move. The 15 layers had been reduced to 6 layers, all thanks to the help of the Inkman King. Thus, Lang Ya Land Spirit's left arm was free to move now. Only his right arm was left immobile. Fang Yuan smiled as he saw the cloud building rise up slowly, exposing a cave made of cloud soil underneath. The cloud fog was misty, covering the ice-spiked divine ape completely. The ice-spiked divine ape stepped into the hole and its tall figure gradually vanished from Fang Yuan's vision. Finally, the cloud building gradually descended and resealed the cave. The goo worms in the cave were activated, causing the ice-spiked divine ape to go into hibernation. Not far away, the same sight was happening with other cloud buildings. Except that the ones entering the caves were not the ice spike divine ape, but the phoenix feather lava crocodile, golden sand dark stallion, and the other desolate beasts. Ice spike divine ape, phoenix feather lava crocodile, golden sand dark stallion, azure dragonvine, swamp crab, peach wolf, iron crown eagle, and earth chief desolate beast. I have returned to you the 8 desolate beasts that you lent me without a single scratch. Actually, letting them out to roam once in a while is a good thing. Letting them sleep all the time, although it saves food, it will affect their battle strength, Fang Yuan said. Lang Yalen's spirit rolled his eyes. Rascal, do you think I cannot understand what you are trying to imply? You want to borrow my desolate beasts again, to fight for you, right? These desolate beasts were captured with much difficulty. They are an important line of defense for Lang Ya Blessed Land. If you want to borrow them again, you cannot bring all 8 at once. Fang Yuan laughed nonchalantly, stretching out his arm. All right, I return to you your desolate beasts. According to our agreement, you should return the 2 great immortal goo, man as before, and landscape as before, to me now. Lang Yalen's spirit heard this, and his aura diminished. He smiled sheepishly. Well, little Fang? No, brother Fang. Man as before and landscape as before are 2 incredible immortal goo. I have not finished researching them yet. Can you give me a few more days? Fang Yuan's expression turned stiff. Don't even think about it. Hand them over. Little brother Fang? No, big brother Fang. You cannot be so ruthless. You know that I am current sealed by the chi path move. I cannot display my true strength as an expert. There's no way my research can have progress. This deal was very disadvantageous to me, Lang Yalan Spirit shouted. This transaction was willingly done by the 2 of us. I did not force you. It is your problem that you made a loss. You want to regret it now? Too late. Quickly hand it over. Don't forget that we used Mountain Pledge Goo to make the vow. This also involves your friend Mo Tan Sang. Whoever breaks the vow would have to pay with his life. Fang Yuan snickered continuously. Oh, land spirit, return him the immortal goo. Mo Tan Sang quickly hurried over, staring at Lang Ya Land Spirit worriedly. Lang Ya Land Spirit looked at Mo Tan Sang. He could not stand his gaze and stomped his foot, handing over man as before and landscape as before, these 2 immortal goo, over to Fang Yuan with much reluctance. Damn brat, you always take advantage of me in the end. Take it, you scheming fellow. Lang Yalen's spirit continued to grumble. Fang Yuan snorted disgruntledly. I took advantage? What advantage did I take? I fed all 8 of your desolate beasts till they were full, while no battles actually took place. It was like taking a walk with them. I saved some costs for you, nor am I even asking you to settle the score. Score? What score? Didn't I feed your rising azure cloud immortal goo as well, in order to buy the food, and I spent a lot of immortal essence stones too. If you want to calculate all of this, let's count properly and see who paid a higher price. Lang Yalan's spirit was stomping his foot in agitation. He rebuked immediately. The feeding of desolate beasts was naturally much simpler and cheaper than feeding a mortal gum. Fang Yuan could not argue with Lang Yalan's spirit over this, but he had control of Lang Yalan's spirit's weakness. Thus he could speak in a confident tone. He laughed coldly. Lang Yalan's spirit, do you still want to research man as before and landscape as before? Do you? Lang Yalan's spirit's expression changed. He smiled amicably. Yes, I want to even in my dreams. Then good. Fang Yuan patted Lang Yalan's spirit's head. Is there a point in being calculative? It was your fault for keeping my rising azure cloud immortal goo as collateral, right? Get lost! Lang Yalan's spirit was so angry that he shrugged off Fang Yuan's hand. You brat, you have no manners. I am your senior. Oh? Fang Yuan stared, while showing a flash of the two immortal goo in his hand. Lang Yalan's spirit's expression changed. He laughed as he patted Fang Yuan's leg. Fang Yuan, there's nothing I can do. You really suit my taste. We are old friends with much in common after all. Otan Sang, who was at the side, witnessed this entire scene speechlessly. Fang Yuan placed the two immortal goo into his own immortal aperture and took out 3 immortal goo recipes. After 5 months in Hu Immortal Blessed Land, Fang Yuan had made 6 deals with Lang Yalan's spirit. The lower the completion rate of the immortal goo recipe, the more green grape immortal essence would be consumed during the deduction, and it would take more time as well. The 3 immortal goo recipes that Fang Yuan took out now had only 60% completion rate originally. He spent half a month before he completed them with difficulty. Lang Yalan's spirit received the immortal goo recipes and looked, sighing while shaking his head. Lad, I have to admit, you are an unparalleled genius in deducing goo recipes. It is such a pity that you have become an immortal zombie. Fang Yuan followed up and asked, I also want to find a way to remove my immortal zombie status. Do you know of any methods? There are a bunch of methods, of course, but they are all old and cannot keep up with the times. Some have high risks, some have low probabilities of success, while some have extinct materials. For some, I don't even believe the methods. Lang Yalan's spirit shook his head. After all, I am a land spirit. I would not usually think about an immortal zombie's problems. Brother Fang might be able to get into Northern Plains Zombie Alliance branch. The higher-ups of Zombie Alliance are mostly immortal zombies. They have been researching on how to get rid of the immortal zombie body and regain their lives. Furthermore, several years ago, I've heard some rumors that Northern Plains Zombie Alliance had made some progress on this matter. Motan Sang suggested at this time. Fang Yuan nodded. I have such intentions, but I cannot expose myself. I destroyed 88 True Yang building and ruined Imperial Court Blessed Land. It is inconvenient to appear in public. If deductions were made against me, that would be horrible. Now that Dongfang Changfan is dead, there might not be any Gu immortals who can deduce Brother Fang's identity, Motan Sang said. It is hard to say some 1,000-year-old monsters or some wisdom path Gu immortals might exist. Fang Yuan shook his head, sighing. Oh, lad, aren't you a wisdom path Gu immortal? If you can deduce so many immortal Gu recipes, your wisdom path attainment must be very high. You should use your own wisdom path methods to prevent others from deducing you. I remember that many wisdom path Gu immortals have done that before, Lang Yalan's spirit asked. Fang Yuan laughed bitterly in his heart. How could he be a wisdom path Gu immortal? He was only using the might of the rank 9 wisdom Gu to impersonate as one, shamelessly claiming credit for it. Thus, he said, my wisdom path methods are very heavily skewed towards deducing Gu recipes. They are very poor in other aspects. Furthermore, Ma Hongyun and Zhao Lianyun, both living eyewitnesses, they had experienced the situation in Imperial Court Blessed Land. I am afraid my current appearance has been found out by Qin Bai Sheng already. Speaking of Qin Bai Sheng, Motan Sang's eyes shone. He praised. This person is quite impressive. I had thought that he was only strong in battle strength, but to think he was very wise as well. He captured Ma and Zhao, obtaining the core of the Luck Path true inheritance. Originally, Northern Plains Gu immortals were going to attack and exterminate him together. But during this month's time in Northern Plains, he recruited allies, giving up some benefits and persuading Fairy Li Shan to come out and use Mountain Pledge Gu to forcefully gather and unite a bunch of lone cultivators. Even Yelui tribe was convinced by him. Originally, there was a huge battle ahead, but because of his actions, the battle flopped. He even is going to hold a huge auction in his blessed land, purposely selling the core immortal Gu of the Luck Path true inheritance. He even will be placing Ma and Zhao as commodities for sale. After saying that, Mo Tan Sang looked at Fang Yuan deeply in the eye. He knew that Fairy Li Shan and Fang Yuan had a deep relationship. Back then, when Fang Yuan borrowed the Desolate beast from Lang Ya Land Spirit, he was present. Lang Ya Land Spirit rejected him outright, having a firm attitude after all. The Desolate beasts were an important defense of Lang Ye blessed land. If Fang Yuan had ill intentions and was in cahoots with the group that attacked the blessed land, Lang Ya Land Spirit would be in danger. But out of his expectations, Fang Yuan took out Mountain Pledge Gu. Using this Gu to make a vow, Lang Ya Land Spirit's worries were dispelled. Later, he used Man as before and Landscape as before, these two immortal Gu, to attract Lang Ya Land Spirit and strike at his weakness. After all, Lang Ya Land Spirit had offered Tai Bai Yun Sheng 5 immortal essence stones just to research Landscape as before in the past. Lang Ya Land Spirit was moved by the two immortal Gu, and after being provoked by Fang Yuan's words, he lent 8 desolate beasts to him. Qin Bai Sheng knows how to give in at the right time. He can adapt to circumstances and has amazing methods. He is truly skilled in both brains and brawn. One can't help but admire him, Fang Yuan said lightly, before changing the subjecting and asking the land spirit, "Do you have any leads on the White Lotus giant silkworm Gu?" Fang Yuan's cleansed soul. Immortal Gu has not been fed. After this period of time, it became even weaker. But to feed cleansed soul immortal Gu, he needed the flesh of the White Lotus giant silkworm Gu. Earlier, Fang Yuan had asked Lang Ya Land Spirit, but Lang Ya Land Spirit did not have the recipe of the White Lotus giant silkworm Gu, or even any remnant recipes of it. Thus, he could only ask for a lead, not raising any talk of the Gu recipe. Lang Ya Land Spirit shook his head. "Lad, this White Lotus giant silkworm Gu was created by Spectral Soul Demon Venerable. My main body had lived through the eras of Thieving Heaven and Giant Sun before dying. Spectral Soul Demon Venerable only rose up after Giant Sun Immortal Venerable. By that time, I was already confined inside this blessed land. How could I have any leads? But I do have an incredible transformation path killer move here. This killer move originated from Thieving Heaven Demon Venerable. When he was young, he used this set of Gu worms to hide his appearance and evade his enemies when they chased him. The effect was great. With this killer move, you will be able to change your appearance and aura to conceal your identity. Even if Gu immortals manage to deduce your identity, you might be able to deny it in person and claim that their deduction was wrong, successfully hoodwinking them.